Hello, my waxy weirdos. Welcome back to the White Bat Wax channel. Today, let us package a few orders and chat about my products, shall we? First of all, I would of course like to thank those of you who purchased during my soft launch week. I will be packaging a few of those orders in this video today. So again, thank you, a big fat juicy one of those to those of you who ordered. Surprisingly, I had a few international orders come in, which was completely unexpected. So thank you to everyone, both US customers and those of you international goblins as well. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to put one more in there. Thank you. I referred to my launch week as a soft launch simply because there was not much fanfare involved in the process. While I did make announcements across my social media, I did not have any sort of grand reveal. I did not post an extravagant video. I didn't. I simply quietly stocked my store with a small batch of products and officially opened. That's it. Will I have a grand reveal, a grand opening eventually? Unlikely. I had planned to, but my thinking was I just figured if my soft launch was a total flop, then I would plan for a bigger, grander reveal with better marketing and, all of the things you're quote unquote supposed to do. But so far, the trickle of customers has been slow but steady. It has been good. I'm satisfied. So we shall see. Never say never, because your girl does love a grand reveal, I won't lie. So anyway, for the moment, we're just going to leave it as is, but we'll see. At this point, it took me far longer to develop this brand and these products than I thought. So at this point, I'm just thinking, if I start to plan things too much, I'm just going to mess things up. I'm going to jinx myself. So let's just see how it goes. We'll just take it slow, step by step. That's the way to do it, which is hilarious because the rest of my life, that is not how I function, right? But in this instance, it is a pet project. I'm giving myself a little bit more grace to take my time and just to be corny, just go with the flow, yeah? When I say a small batch of products, I mean a literal small batch. I launched with only 3 fragrances in only 2 sizes, and I launched each fragrance in each size with a small batch of each. So in other words, I have the small fragrances. I launched a batch of each fragrance in the size small, and then a small batch of each fragrance in the larger size. My launch fragrances are Mystic Vanilla, Golden Skull, and Crystal Jungle. I do have scent story videos up on my channel in which I go through the thought process behind all of my scents, and I do plan on making these videos for all of my scents in the future. Is it a little bit involved? Is it a little bit kooky? Is it a little bit obsessive? Yes, yes, and yes. Welcome to my world. This is the freak show that is me and, by extension, White Bat Wax. I am not one to simply dump a fragrance into a wax and give it a generic name and call it a day. I know that works for some people's business models. You purchase, a pumpkin spice fragrance. You dump it in the wax, you call it pumpkin spice, and then that's it. I'm not that sort of animal. It's just not my vibe. I need something a little bit more involved and a little bit more, obsessive than that. After all, this will come as no shocker to those of you who are not familiar with me or any of my other work. I am an artist and also somewhat of a fashionista. Don't believe me? Check out my online store, Coco Naughty. That is Coco with a K because my name does begin with a K. So CocoNaughty.com. It is my online art and vintage boutique, and you'll get a better feel for the type of animal that I am. That said, one of my absolute greatest pleasures is world building, whether it be through my illustration or my fashion choices or the fashion that I source for my store. Now it extends into scenting my environment. I enjoy blending fragrances based on nebulous ideas that are floating around in my spooky little head. I do not say this to be some sort of pretentious artiste. Ooh, everything has to have a story. Everything has to be deep and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that. I just say this to reiterate the fact that I pour all of my wonky artistic self into all of my projects, and I don't expect anyone to take me seriously because I don't. This brand just doesn't take itself seriously. We'll just leave it at that. So if I am not fully interested in something, I simply don't invest my time and my energy into it. It's that simple. And that said, my first launch of scents tends to be a bit more on the relatable end. So again, we're not being pretentious here. We're not trying to be hoity-toity scent snobs, although I am a little bit of a scent snob, but I launched purposely relatable. Each of these scents carries some component of sweetness to it. Mystic Vanilla is very sweet, but also very warm with just the tiniest hint of spice. Golden Skull is a musky, sweet, earthy leaning fragrance. Crystal Jungle is a sweet floral, and it's very fresh. It's a super sweet floral, not fruity. The key terms here are sweet, so they are not necessarily candy sweet, but they are indeed sweet leaning, because everybody loves something sweet smelling, right? Everybody does. And this was, as I mentioned, very intentional. While the White Bat Wax tagline is eclectic scents for eccentric souls, wax for weirdos, I did not want to spook my customers right out of the gate. I wanted to release a few scents that were very much in keeping with my personal taste, but while also being approachable. When do I plan on starting to wave the little freak flag? Well, this fall, creeping up very soon here. 100%. I've already been testing some scents in the background. I've already approved a couple of them, and baby, let me tell you, they are not sweet, but they are fun. Of course, we are going to play with just a couple more sweet scents that I have up my sleeve, but we're going to be graduating into more sophisticated sweets, and also the other two scents that I mentioned that are not sweet. They're just downright weird, but awesome. So yeah, I do not have a sweet tooth, but man, do I love a good creamy sweet scent. And I love other things too, but we'll get to those. We'll get to those eventually. As for my line, the technicalities of it, I currently offer only wax melts. Candles will come eventually. They were supposed to come first, but due to the logistical issues and formulation issues that I ran into, if I was going to launch White Bat Wax this year before summer, which didn't end up happening, I launched right at the beginning of summer, I had to pivot. I was forced to pivot the products that I was creating. Testing candles is incredibly expensive and time consuming, and being that I reside in the desert where temperatures reach 120 degrees in the summer, fussing around with open flames and candles just was not possible. I had worked on developing the candles for months. It just wasn't to my liking yet, so I'm giving myself some more time to perfect that formula and for the weather to cool down and all of that. So they will come eventually. I currently make wax melts in 2 sizes. I have a cute 2-ounce candy bar style snap bar, as well as a 4-ounce extra large clamshell snap. All of my packaging components are recycled and or recyclable. My regular candy bar sized snap bars, those go one step beyond and are fully biodegradable as well. Material components may be a concern to some customers and not to others, so I just wanted to ensure that I at least offered the option. Paper or recycled plastic. Customer's choice. Sizes also, if you just want a little bit of a scent, you just want to sample one, great, you have the small bar. If you want something larger, cool, you get the extra large bar. It was such a pleasure getting these orders packaged up and on their way. And I was terrified of the packaging. I was thinking, oh my God, I hope that everything holds up nicely when it arrives. Some of the orders were mixed with, they were the regular size bars with the larger size bars. And I go, okay, how am I going to package the lighter weight bars in the paper with the plastic? Are they going to get jumbled and destroyed? No. So far, I have orders shipped across the country and to other countries, and they have arrived intact. So, yay. Yay for that. I take great pride in my fastidiousness when it comes to designing, packaging, and just creating my products. And It's just so satisfying to know that the little details are not lost on my customers, because some would argue that I put probably too much work into my packaging, but I'm an artist and a graphic designer, damn it. I can't just buy generic products and send them out into the world. No, no, no. I have to put my spin on everything. From the tissue paper that I stamp myself to the little white bat confetti that is in the boxes, to the freebie sticker and the wax melt cards, everything is fully branded and so fully me, it's almost disgusting. Like, oh, girl, you're obsessed with yourself. You're so gross. I know, but I kind of love it. The feedback thus far has been positive. Thank you again to everyone who has placed an order, and of course to those denizens of YouTube who are hanging out with me and watching this video. That is going to do it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Weirdos, smell fabulous. And of course, don't forget to take a peek down below. Everything you need to know will be down below always. Links to the shop, links to my social media. So check me out. Follow me. Follow me wherever you'd like. And for the second time, I'm taking off now. I will see you in the next one.